welcome to Debbie's Back Porch. So glad you could join us again tonight. Well, people are always asking for side dishes. I tend to cook a lot of meat, and a lot of folks in the group are looking for side dishes. So I'm going to fix something tonight with squash. And normally we grow squash, and in the summertime it's kind of hard to use them all up because to me, frozen squash is not great. You can use it, but we only like squash fried. So we eat a lot of squash in the summertime, and then we don't generally eat it until the next summer. But I wanted to make this little dish for you, so I picked some up at the grocery store, and we're going to make some squash fritters. So let's get cooking. Well, here we go with a quick and easy side dish. Folks are always asking for quick and easy side dishes. So squash fritters really don't have very many ingredients. Squash and onion and an egg and some binder. And I'm going to use matzo meal as a binder. And just think latkes, because this is really squash latkes. I'm going to introduce you to my very, very old box grater. Quick story about this box grater. Got it in 1966. Paid, I think, 69 cents for it. I've used it ever since, and it broke the other day after almost 50 years. And Fred fixed it, so I can probably use it another 50 years. So you might have a mandolin. You might have a food processor. I just find that the old type box grater works great for me. I actually have two. I have one I bought much later, and it's not nearly as sharp as this one. So you're just going to grate up your squash, and you can use, these are yellow crookneck. During the summer I used lemon squash. Actually, I guess these are yellow straight neck. And I do these when I'm just getting tired of squash because we have so many in the summer. Or I don't have very many squash and I want them to go further. Then I have here a small onion, and I'm going to grate probably about half. And you know, that's just going to be a matter of taste. And you can chop it if you'd rather, but if you grate it, it'll get all, the flavor will get all through the squash. So that was a kind of a rough grate. And I'm going to beat an egg. Put that in. Mix it around. You know, this is the very same way that I make potato cakes, potato pancakes, potato latkes, except with potatoes, I squeeze all the juice out because the potatoes will get so watery. I'm going to add it's about a little less than a teaspoonful of salt. And I'm not going to add pepper, but you can add pepper if you like. I have here matzo meal. And you can use panko crumbs. You can even use flour. The purpose of this is just to bind it together to make patties. And I don't know exactly how much I'm going to put in there. This is a tablespoon. I'm sorry, that was a teaspoon. I'm probably going to end up putting about 2 tablespoons in here to get it to stick together good. But I'll mix it a little bit at a time as I go. The noise you hear is the rest of our dinner cooking. We're going to have fried tenderloin and gravy. I'm going to put just a little more. I'm just looking for the consistency where it sticks together, stands up on the fork. Kind of like that. Now we'll move over to the stove. Okay, here we are at the stove. Got my Griswold skillet out this time, and I've got about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup of oil in it. Don't want to cover these, but I want enough to make sure they don't stick. And those of you who watch my videos all the time know all the stuff I say about frying, but I'll say it again because there might be some new folks. The key to good frying is get your temperature right and have some patience. So we're going to test it. I don't think it's hot enough yet, but I'll drop in a crumb. And you see, can you see? It's sizzling, but it's a slow sizzle. We're going to let it sizzle a little bit better. Well, that looks pretty good. So, when you're making a patty or corn fritters or something like that, drop your spoon in the oil. I've got a heaping tablespoonful put them in, and our oil was just borderline hot, so put them in slowly because every time you put one in, it lowers your temperature. Cast iron holds the heat really, really well. One of the reasons I love to use it. But contrary to popular opinion, while it holds the heat really, really well, it does not heat evenly to start with. Something thinner would heat more evenly, but boy, when you get your temperature right on your cast iron skillet, you are good to go. We get that nice sizzle when we put it in. And you can make these fritters with really just about any kind of squash and almost any kind of vegetables. You can do it with sweet potatoes, you can do it with potatoes, you could do it with a turnip, you could do it with corn. You wouldn't, it'd be a little different with corn. Okay, now we're going to be patient and we're going to wait, as with all things fried, until the bottom is brown. And it's going to take at least 2 minutes or so, so we'll come right back. Okay. You test by a gentle push. Make sure it's not stuck. And then just look. And yes, we are getting nice browning. And that's when you turn it. And we're going to be patient and wait until we get crispy on the other side. This is our last turn. Ah, yes, see that nice brown color. Yes, the puppies want some. Okay, we're going to wait just a minute for a little bit more crunch. That one's done. I'm going to drain them on paper towels. That one needs a little more on the other side. Put it in the hot spot of the hot part of the skillet. Okay, I'm going to finish these and then we'll plate it up and I'll show you what we got. Here we go. A tasty, inexpensive side dish. Something a little bit different. I have tried these with different sauces. I didn't make a sauce tonight. They are very, very good with a little bit of mint jelly, if you have mint jelly. They're good with a little bit of ranch dressing, if you have that. They're good by themselves. These are still pretty good and hot. I'll show you. You have, like with a potato pancake, you have a very soft and creamy inside and a nice crunch on the outside. And I have to have this bite. And you know, when I was growing up, I didn't like squash. But the older I've gotten, the more I appreciate them. And in the summer, we eat squash 3 or 4 times a week just because there they are, they're fresh and they're good. So either now, if you have some squash, or this summer when you grow them, give this a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you for joining us on Debbie's Back Porch. So glad to have you with us again tonight. See you tomorrow.